What if Belichick does not play Zeke at all?
Just because he's like, he feels like Zeke's inside man.
Yeah.
He just does not trust him.
He's like, I know what Brady Gate did to me. I'm not gonna put Zeke in there for the Cowboys.
Zeke is coming off of his best game as a Patriot, so it'll be interesting to see how many snaps he gets.
Well, once we bring that up, we'll take a look at that statty.
So the power rank overall, the Patriots are ranked 15th and the Cowboys are ranked 5th. So then power rank defense, interesting, they have the Patriots at 14th and the Cowboys sitting still pretty at 2nd, even after that game against the Cardinals. Offense power ranking for the Patriots is 15th and the Cowboys 19th. Not very surprising there.
So far, the Cowboys have had the 32nd ranked strength of schedule, whereas the Patriots have had the 4th.
So average offensive snaps, they're pretty similar. Run percentage plays, we go pretty much half and half. The Patriots, this is an interesting stat because Mac Jones isn't known for being a slanger and banger, but they're only running the ball 37% of the time, guys.
Yeah, and I don't know if that's just because of the quality of teams that they've been playing, so they've had to been throwing the ball. It's also been that that running back, help me out.
Stevenson?
Ezekiel Elliott.
No, Stevenson has not been running well.
Yeah.
Zeke had a great game last week.
5 yards a carry, I believe, something like that.
Yeah, average. So, I mean, are we going to be running into Zeke Elliott for most of the game next week?
Is he going to be given one of these guys?
If he does.
Is Elliott going to be given one of these? This puts me in a weird spot. Elliott's one of my favorite Cowboys of all time, and I hope we absolutely fuck him up.
Here's the thing. We didn't end on bad terms.
No, great
Everything
terms.
seemed amicable enough. So I hope he gets a really big standing ovation.
Yeah,
and they have a nice video for him.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think that you can't boo Zeke.
No, man, the guy ran his wheels off of for the Cowboys, basically. So, and this is going to be interesting to see because PFF definitely was favoring Mac Jones, and I can see right now off of the get-go why PFF is giving him a higher grade. He's thrown 5 touchdowns to Dak's 3. That's probably, I imagine touchdowns are quite a bit favorable metric for PFF and figuring out their grades. So you got Dak Prescott, 67.7% completion percentage to Mac Jones's 64%. Yards are fairly close. Mac Jones has about 100 yards more. Like I said, Mac Jones has 5 touchdowns to Dak Prescott's 3.
Yeah, and I think that's a fair point. It's because they tally that up. I actually don't know how their score is, but I can just imagine if you tally this up over 18 games, the trajectory plus the difference of 100 yards, it's going to look pretty significant at the end of the year.
100 yards?
Jones has thrown 100 more yards than Dak as well.
Yeah, oh yeah.
In the first 3 games. So if you times that by whatever, we're 3 games in, there's
6,
17. Yeah,
5.7.
So he's going to end up with
7.
He should end up with 500 more yards
and a lot more touchdowns.
10 more touchdowns or something like that, right?
Yep, they definitely take that. And then, so interceptions, Jones has thrown 2, Dak 1. Now you go down to the rushing leaders. Tony Pollard's easily leading in the category out of the 4 they show.
Oops. But look at Zeke there, 28, 122. I mean, no one would be upset with that. We wouldn't be upset with that.
Well, he's almost has as many as Stevenson, and he has 20 carries less almost.
Yeah, exactly. I think he's a good pickup for the Pats there. But Rico did come to play last week, so we'll have to keep an eye on him and see how many yards he keeps putting it up.
But Tony Pollard, guys, 62 attempts, 264 2 tugs.
That's what we wanted.
That's what we like. That's a good 3-game split.
Absolutely, yeah.
Because one of those games, it was like, I feel like his average is higher the last 2 games.
Yeah, his first game was low. We're doing something wrong here, though. Who is getting the edge between Mac Jones and Dakota Prescott? Ooh. Who is edging out who? Who is edging who?
I want to be controversial and say I think in terms of beginning of the season trajectory, Mac Jones. However, I believe in Dak. I believe in Dak playing in AT&T Stadium under the watchful eye of Jerry Jones. Okay. And I think that
shout out to Jerry Jones, yeah, cause he be the owner.
I gotta give it to Dak on a bounce back game.
Okay, Dak on a bounce back game. I'm just gonna go purely stats. If you put both their stats without anyone's face on the picture and said which stat line are you more happy with, 748 yards, 5 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions versus 647 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 interception. I got to side with Mac Jones.
Yeah, that's fair.
Purely because of stats. That's it. Do I think Dak wins the game? Do I think the Cowboys win the game? That's not the discussion we're having. I'm purely looking, and AJ, you're a stat man, but you went with your gut feeling, which I approve. I like that you went with, did we just switch roles? Did we just Freaky Friday each other?
We got to go pee in the toilet again.
Yeah, we have to go
at
pee
the same time. And Adam, throw the battery in now. Yeah, look, you're absolutely right. Stat-wise, it is that way, but sometimes you got to put a little bit of your emotion in these decisions. Okay?
I appreciate it. I do like the fact that you went with Dakota, but I gotta side with Mac Jones' stats.
That's fair.
Well, you know where I'm going. And yes, we know that's an outlaw, New Age Outlaws DX thing, and we're fucking New World Order.
It's all the same to me. It's all the click, baby.
You're going
It's
Mac
Dak.
Jones. You're going Mac Jones, aren't you?
I'm going Dak Prescott.
Oh, okay.
It's for the exact.
Crack me if you got him. What about that? That was right at you. I was trying to spray you with that one.
Because it's a very Cowboys thing to do for Dak to have like his best game ever after such a shitty fucking game.
And you guys are both Dak riders. It's known. I've seen it at least 46 times on our Instagram.
You are such a Hank rider, dude. You've ridden Hank.
Wow.
You have.
Okay,
it's true.
I'm switching back to Dak just because of that comment. Nobody calls me a Hank rider.
You know what? I like it, Anth. You are the logical person in this argument, but we're still gonna say that we're right. And
Fuck you, dickhead.
Okay, running backs: Tony Pollard and Rico Dowdle versus Stevenson and Elliott. Who you guys taking?
Oh, TP20 and Dowdle.
in the case of the combination of the two,
Yep.
I want to see. I have to go with the best of the bunch, and that's TP20. Just a little insight here, though. It's going to be really exciting if Elliott is starting the game and both TP20 and Elliott are going back and forth, baby. I mean, like, it's. I shouldn't be looking at that maybe because of the loss that we just had, and it should be all.
Hey, we're past that loss, baby.
We're past it now, and I don't know. It's the truth. It's going to be exciting. I do think Elliott runs more than Stevenson in this game.
I believe so. He was the hot hand last game.
Yeah.
He's got that storyline type thing that he's got everything in him trying to will him to having a good game. He's got that extra juice.
And Belichick likes to put guys in corners and see how they fight out. Like he likes to do that to his players in a positive way.
Belichick's pump up speech to Zeke is, you know, they didn't want you, right?
Yeah.
Go out there and show them. Go out there and show them, Zeke,
He's
what
like,
you can do.
Here, I made you this tape. And that's all it is.
Just him talking.
You know, they don't want you, right? Yeah.
I also made you a sweater with no sleeves on it.
Yeah.
Here, I made you this cassette tape. Play it throughout the night so that you hear my voice. He's like, a cassette tape? I don't even have.
I don't even know what that is.
I don't
you
even have a
fucking
walk.
weirdo.
Gives him a walk.
So I agree. Tony Pollard, Rico Dowdle, agreed.
Okay, let's move down to these receivers. They're just showing the top two, and it's very good that Gallup came to play last week because at least this looks a little bit more respectful.
Could you imagine Gallup doesn't get those 92 yards last game and it's just CD and some other schlub?
Yeah, and even if CD got him, and let's say CD had 350 yards, it'd be like CD and then I don't know, Turpin with 39 or something.
I'll go first here. I'm giving the edge right now based on these stats to our receivers.
You're going it. Well, you're going.
Look, I mean, obviously, right now, if I'm going to say Zach has the edge over Mac,
Are you Bessie boys gonna?
I was just puked.
Okay.
If Dak has the edge over Mac, I have to be consistent with it. I got to say our receivers are going to have an edge over the Patriots receivers. But when you look at the stats, both of these receivers have solid yardage and 2 tutties.
Well, Hunter Henry is technically a tight end, but we'll still include him because he's out there catching.
He's slagging.
He's slanging.
Pop him if you got him.
Pop him if you got him. But you got to look here. So we have 27 receptions between our 2 top targets, and they have 27 between their 2. The yards, we are a little bit ahead with yards between our top 2, but they're definitely dominating with the touchdowns.
And here's the thing. I look at the yards in terms of the receiving more so because touchdowns, obviously, if you're scoring touchdowns, I'm not taking that away, but it does come from play calling in the red zone. It does come from a quarterback being able to get it into the wide receiver's hands in the end zone. Crack him if you got him. So if I wasn't to look at that, but again, I'll take Ant's advice, just looking at stats, I have to go with the more rounded New England offense because they have 28 points between the two of them, and they're just not far enough behind in yards. But the best player on that board is CeeDee Lamb.
See, and that's why I'm going opposite.
We did switch.
We switched. I got to go with my guy, CeeDee Lamb. He had an off game last week. I fully believe he comes and has a great game this Sunday. We all remember his walk-off touchdown against the Patriots a couple years ago, the waving meme, waving over at everybody as he scores that final touchdown. I'm going with the wide receivers for the Dallas Cowboys. Michael Gallup finally got his feet underneath him a little bit. It's only going to make CeeDee Lamb better, and maybe we finally see the resurgence of a little man named the Acha, a.k.a. Brandon Cooks. I'm going Dallas. Name another wide receiver on the Patriots.
I couldn't even name one. I couldn't name
that one.
Don't forget it. Booty's on them.
Oh, right.
Booty's there, but still.
I'm a booty boy.
But still, I got to go with the Cowboys wide receivers. Gotta do it, baby.
There's this other little section here I'm trying to fuck.
Gotta do it.
I'll remove out of there so you can look.
Oh, I'll just have to do it the old school way here.
Well, the interesting one, and I don't know if we're going to see it, but as far as defensive matchup goes or players, I don't know if we're going to do that at all.
Oh, yeah. We're moving to that right here, but just a quick little summary of the team stats, and then we'll go on to those position matches.
Okay.
And don't forget to like and subscribe if you're showing up in here. It just makes us feel better, you know?
It's an ego boost.
Look, we are seeing a pretty even matchup in terms of production, okay? I would call it right down the line for total yards, and they just basically swapped New England's wives better at passing. Yeah, they've swapped wives. New England has more passing yards. Dallas has more rushing yards. They both have New England 10,069 yards.
Nice. 69, dude.
And Dallas 1088 with a nice shout out to the 88s there. So, yeah, nothing you can take away from that, I don't think.
Bang on average yards per play. Both have 5 points scored. Dallas is edging out New England a little bit. Fumbles lost. New England with 2. Dallas with 0. Interceptions thrown. New England with 2. Dallas with 1. Sacks allowed. New England with 6. Dallas with 3. This is a big one. Third down efficiency. New England 40%. Dallas 51.
That's good.
It's pretty, AJ, this is pretty, it's pretty even.
When you look at everything, it's pretty even, absolutely. Time of possession, Dallas is 25-33. I'd like to see them start boosting that up, where New England definitely has had the ball on average longer, almost 30 minutes. Penalties, Dallas 24, mostly due to that last game.
Yeah, you take our 13 away. Say we have the average of 8 or whatever we were having, and we're pretty even. We had that outlier game of 13.
Yeah. Total yards allowed again are almost split down the frickin' middle. Just a difference of like 6 yards. New England has allowed more passing yards. Dallas has allowed more rushing yards.
Wipe swap.
Points allowed, Dallas 38, New England 59, but throw that stat out the window.
59, dude.
So these are a couple big ones, interceptions
ones
and
here
sacks.
now, yeah.
So this is kind of where we have it tips in our favor here. Dallas has 5 interceptions, New England only a measly 1. Like, what are you guys even doing? Do your DBs even catch? And then sacks, Dallas with 12 and New England with 7.
So we're looking at a 17-8 takeaway ratio there in favor of the Cowboys.
I like that.
And finally, third down efficiency, Dallas 30, New England 27. We're looking at outside of a few of those, the turnover battle, essentially, pretty much split down the middle.
Very, very close. A lot closer than I expected, to be honest.